everyone. I am very, very happy to have with me a proud Tanzanian, Dr. Shauraja Datta. She's secured a rank 35 in AIMS June 2020. Heartiest congratulations, dear.
Thank you.
And this is an amazing, amazing rank, and I'm sure you've done a lot of hard work for it as well. And Shauraja has been an AIMS TND student with us. So Shauraja, I would like to ask you that when you started, so when I was talking to you, you were saying this was an unexpected rank, right? So, so tell me, I mean, how did you decide that you're going to go on for cracking the mid-year exams? And how did you decide on joining the AIMS TND? What was going on in your mind when you started to study?
Actually, I finished my internship in December. I'm from Japan. So all my seniors there, they had told me that when you finish, like if you're planning to crack the mid-year exams, you just go and you join a TND somewhere. And the best thing to do would be the dance TND because that's the one that focuses particularly on the Central Institute exams. And so like all my seniors, I asked them like what to do, what not to do. And they told me that 6 months is enough if you focus properly. So like go back, read properly and join the TND. So that's how I did it.
Do you think you've taken the right decision? I said, do you think you had taken the right decision by doing?
Definitely. That is like there's no doubt about that.
It's wonderful. So now I would want to ask you, Bita, when you've joined the test and discussion session, as you said, I would want to ask you, how did you start preparing? I mean, what was your strategy when you started? Because there would be some students who are listening to you who would be planning to give the November AIMS. So what should be their strategy? Suppose they're starting from now on. So, what was in your mind when you started to study?
No, when I started to study, like the thing is, first is to like choose a resource to study from because there are so many resources and like we get carried away with so many things, like so many books are there, so many reference books, so many notes. So I didn't have all that because I didn't join anything when I was like in my UG. So I just studied from textbooks. So then when I started preparing, I was in late in that also because after internship I went on trips and all. When I returned, like I felt But the best thing about the TND was that it was a weekly session. Most of the subjects they gave you like 1 week per subject and then a test at the end of the week. So I tried to cover as much as possible. Like I chose like one thing. Like if I'm following one book, I'll just stick to that. I'll make my own notes or I'll follow like senior notes or something whichever I told me. And then after that I'll give the test and then like make notes in the TND itself because by the end of the time when you're revising, you don't have time to revise even the main notes because they're also vast. So if you just go through the TND sort of concise sort of thing so that you can revise that fast at the end.
Yes, exactly. So if I ask you which TND do you recall now, which was you think very high yielding for the central institutes? Did you give the PGI exam as well, Bache?
I gave PGI exam and like I'm preparing for JIPMER as well because that's my own institute.
Yes, so, all the very best for both those exams as well. I hope you do really, really well. And the JIPMER exam is on 21st.
Yes,
I hope utilizing the resources that we've given you, we've put up the JIPMER paper as well with the video discussions. So, all the very best and hope you do really, really well. Right? And again, talking about which TND session do you think?
Two TND sessions which were very good for me were psychiatry and dermatology. Two subjects we don't read much when we are in MBBS. Like other subjects, the main subjects, we'll still read somehow. Something like we'll know about medicine, something we'll know about OG, but then these subjects are like totally alien. And then when you start them, there's so much to read. You don't know what to leave and what not. So like I especially enjoyed sort of Jindal sir's class. It felt like he like concise the entire domat into those like 3-4 hours because I did that on the app TND because by that time lockdown had happened and so the actual class didn't take place. But even in that 2-3 hours
which were given as backup videos. Great.
Yes. So like those I felt like I just went through the TND notes for those subjects and they were particularly helpful.
That's wonderful. And also, since you also mentioned that when you have less time, it is even more important to do something which is really, really high yielding, so that your hit
Yeah.
rate is higher. So, did you utilize the AIMS capsule as well, or the CID sessions on the app for that matter?
Yeah, actually, I discovered that a little late. Like I didn't notice it initially, but once I
Mhm.
discovered it, yeah, I did. I try to use it for maximum subjects. Especially, this is where it came into the long subjects, because the long subjects again there is so much, and then like the videos which you guys gave, they were like so concise. So what I
Mhm.
used to do for revision, I used to watch the capsule videos first, and then make sure I revise those topics, so that
Wonderful.
I don't end up revising the entire subject again.
Yes, that's perfect. So I think if I summarize just now, what you said is that your strategy has been smart study in these few months where you were aiming for central institutes. And
Yeah.
that always helps if you are thorough with your content initially. This is something really important, that when the time is less, it has to be smart study. It has to be material which you're sure of is going to have a good hit rate, because otherwise,
Yeah.
as she said, that there is a plethora of information available. And if you get trapped into collecting more and more stuff, you don't do justice to anything. So I think that is a very, very wise piece of advice as well. Okay, and if I may ask you, did you give the mock exam as well before the AIMS
Yeah,
paper?
there were two mock exams. I attempted both
Yes.
of them,
And
but they
did
were
you,
not as good, I guess.
but did they help you to sort of
Yeah,
understand how to go
definitely,
about things?
definitely, because those were. I mean, I found those papers had a lot of questions from the previous AIMS papers as well. So that gave me an idea, like, this is what I was missing out on, or some particular topic which I had read, and even then I made the same mistake. So I knew that okay, this is what AIMS is trying to focus on. So I should probably not make the same mistake again. And I did find a few common questions here and there from all of the tests. So yeah, that helped me.
Great, great. And also, can you tell me, since you've given the exam, both AIMS and PGI, can you tell us an analysis on these two exams? If you compare the two exams, or similarities or differences that you feel are there in the two exams?
Actually, like for the AIMS exam, I felt the paper this year was a bit atypical. Like it was not what I was expecting, and like when the paper I gave it, that's why I thought that this was very unexpected thing, because from all the mock tests that I've done, because they changed the pattern last moment, so it was at least for this exam, all the questions were very direct. Like you had to know them, or even if you knew them, they confused you with the options so much. That thing was there.
That's what they
The thing
always
with
do, play
yeah,
around with the options.
but they asked like all the important topics. Like very few things were asked that were not clinically relevant, or not relevant to medical practice as such, something like that.
Yes.
The main difference between PGI exam, what I found is like PGI stuck to its own pattern. Like whatever previous questions I had done, the PGI exam I gave this year, it was like that only. Like it did not feel like a shock when I went to the exam. But the thing is to keep your head cool in any of the exams. And the only thing about PGI is what all my seniors have suggested, that in PGI you have the option of like don't be too greedy, just mark what you know and that
And
turns out to
move
be the
ahead.
best.
That's
Yeah,
right.
because PGI like it has this tendency like it lures you into marking the wrong ones, because it gives you all these really tempting options and you'll be tempted to mark them. But then
That's right.
that's what I felt. But I don't know the result yet. Let the results come, then maybe I don't know.
I think the result is going to be awesome, and I really hope that you remove the last digit and convert it into a top three
I
rank. And
hope
that,
so.
yes, our good
That's
wishes
too
are with
much to
you.
expect, but thank you, ma'am.
I just wish and pray the same for you. I think you all are totally deserving, and I wish you all the very best for that as well. And you did talk about doing the previous year papers. So did you use
Yeah.
them on the Indicos app? Because to find authentic answers, and especially to restrict the discussions only on those questions rather than going on for very lengthy discussions following a question, is I think is also important. So what is your
Yeah, all the past papers. So I focused more actually on the mock test which you guys took. So I like noted down those questions and those
right?
which were common with the like like I did all of them in a test format. So
Okay.
instead of doing all the past papers 3-4 years together, I did them in the mock test that you did, and then pick up the even more common questions and do them repeatedly.
I think that's a wonderful idea. And also, I would like to ask you, you have already talked about when you started how you started. But I also want to know what was your mindset? If I say mindset of a person who thinks that I'm going to achieve something and turn out to be a high achiever. So what was your mindset to convert you into an achiever?
Uh, it's even possible, and I think that all that credit goes to my seniors, because if my seniors, I didn't see them doing it, I wouldn't have thought that I could do it as well. But then when you
Right.
see someone in front of you who is doing it, and then that someone is exactly like you, like it doesn't feel like a very far away person is doing it, so that itself is a very big motivation. So I had all of my seniors for that. Like I'm very grateful for them, and they helped me at each point. Like they told me like, okay, you do it like this. And even when I was doing internship, even in my duties, they would ask me, okay, are you reading now? Even if you're not reading now, it's okay, you enjoy now, but when you go back, you should read properly. So that
Yeah.
sort of thing. So first comes like that it's possible. After that, if it happens or not happens, that depends a lot on like how the paper goes, how your luck is. A lot of things come into play, but at least like that belief should be there that you can do it. If not now, then at some point I'll definitely do it.
Great. Yes, I think not ruling yourself out from anything and thinking that it is possible is always a good mindset to start with, and then you keep materializing things accordingly. And
Yeah.
something that I would like to ask about the paper, Bache, how many questions did you attempt, and do you think that there are certain specific topics that you would want to recommend or would want to say that these are must-dos for AIMS exam?
I attempted 187 this time.
Okay.
And must do topics, like it depends per subject wise, but as for I guess like the basic things for every subject. Especially like I was very surprised when they asked the SAM criteria, like severe acute malnutrition criteria and pediatrics this year. That was not what I was expecting, but because I had
Right.
read that in my MBBS, so it like somehow worked out. So what we do is like we try to do a lot of exotic things, but then in the actual exam, when you see the questions, they ask you the most basic of stuff which you wouldn't be expecting, like even in a PGI paper, I saw that they asked us what were the mosquito-borne diseases. So you
I
should.
Yes, I
So
think I totally agree with you on that. That the Central Institute exams over the past 1-2 years have been asking for very basic things. So there is no need to go into too many weird things and rare
yeah,
diseases. That doesn't, as I said, because medical science is just too vast to sort of cover everything. So always try and stick to basics and learn how to apply those things rather than doing rare things.
yeah,
That's
that is.
absolutely perfect. And can you tell us, or students who are listening to you, they would want to know what is the strategy a month before the exam? I think I lost your voice. Okay, I'm saying, can you tell us what is the strategy a month before the exam, Sauraja? Sauraja, I think we can't hear your voice, beta. No, it is not audible. Is it connected to the internet? Okay. Can you try without your earphones once? Without the earphones?
Hello.
Yes, now we're able to hear you. I think the earphones were not getting connected.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So a month before the exam, I think it's more important that long till now, try to get them correct, because there's very less chance that you will get anything like anything new won't probably get absorbed. So focus
Yeah.
on whatever tests you've given till now, all the TND's discussions that had been done. So you go through those answers again, because even stuff which you've done once, you tend to forget them a lot. And especially for very volatile subjects like Opthal, I found especially difficult for that Saurabh Sharma sir's discussions, because there's so much, you just focus on whatever you've already done, and most likely the questions are likely to come from them.
Right. Great. And, something that you would want to comment on the 3-hour session, what was your take? Could you just go ahead with the questions in a row? Did you mark a lot of questions? How many did you attempt?
In the main exam?
Yes.
Yeah, so I attempted a total of 187. Like a lot of people told that if the paper seems very easy, you're supposed to mark more, and if it's like it's difficult. I watched Sumesh strategy video. He told like if it's a difficult paper, you mark less. So I kept that in mind, and I like divided the paper into like 3 sessions, like 1 hour, 1 hour, 1 hour, and I made sure that I attempted equal number of questions in each, with some time to spare at the end, so that I can like go over through those which I have marked for review. Because in AIMS it's also important that the ones marked for review are not counted for evaluation. So you must make sure that whatever you're marking, you should like convert them back to logical answers, because otherwise they just get in the unattempted part. So I kept like some 15 or 20 minutes to spare to go through the review questions. I like, if I found something really tough, I try to skip it and come back to it later, because you start panicking in the exam if you don't know something, and if you like stick to that question, it like pulls you down a lot. So I just skipped that and I came back to it later.
Great. I think, yes, that's an important advice, to stay on track with respect to the time, as well as not mark too many for review, just in case, you have to come back and you have to come back and make the answers legible. It is great talking to you, Sauraja. Now, what branch do you want to pursue, beta?
That's a very big controversy. I'm not sure what I'll get in AIMS Delhi as for now. I'm interested in medicine, but I'm also interested in path. So I'm like in a very big dilemma as if what should I do? Like, should I follow my heart, or should I try to help more people? I'm not sure about that. So I'm just waiting for the other ranks. I'll like decide based on what ranks I get in each institute. Whatever is the best option, I'll get. But most likely either of medicine or path. Like, they're my favorite subjects.
That's great, and they're very interlinked subjects as well. And it doesn't really matter what branch you will pursue. And I feel that you said about making a difference in people's life. You'll be able to do that with whatever branch you take, if you have love for your branch. And I'm sure that you're going to excel in both the branches, or for that matter, any branch that you would decide to take up. And also, I would want to wish heartiest congrats to your parents, and please play our record to them. And I know that their contribution has been immense as well to bring you here. Although it is your hard work, but they are the pillars of your success. So keep you standing tall with all difficulties. And any motivating thing that you would want to say to people listening to you, or your juniors for that matter?
The main thing is to believe that you can. After that, like, the hard work comes on its own, or whatever strategies you have to do, it depends on your goal. But the first thing is, like, you should believe that you can. That's the only thing I would like to say.
Yes, totally. And I'm sure Sauraja is going to do really well in the other exams as well. We wish you all the very best, and may God keep blessing you and keep smiling. Thank you so much, Sauraja, for joining us. And it was a pleasure. Best wishes.